This mountain's never ending. Just seems so much to push through. We'll inspire the message. We'll press on within. One foot before the other. One footprint at a time. One reason left to conquer these roads on which we climb. This mountain's never ending. Just seems so much to push through. We'll inspire the message. We'll press on within. One foot before the other. One footprint at a time. One reason left to conquer these roads on which we climb.
Good evening and welcome to another Friday stream. It's been a sad week, but we're here and I thought it was a good time to try and forget some of all of that together. So without further ado, let's get started and let's see if we can't distract ourselves a little bit and have some fun. So let's get everything turned on here so we can actually see what's going on and say hello there. Yeah, the world news hasn't been the greatest, but we shall not talk about that here. Because honestly, I've had quite enough of that already, but I have managed to do some work on the server. You might notice we're up bloody high, and that's because we're building ourselves a little bit of a tower. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I heard about Leonard Cohen. I must admit, I don't know too much about him myself, but I'm extremely uneducated on that sort of thing. I don't really get out a whole lot, but I know how much he meant to so many people. But yeah, it's nice doing stuff on Twitch. I like the interaction that we get with it. I like doing my videos and then having this beside it so that I can actually interact with people also. And it also gives me an opportunity to get in contact with people that I don't see on a day-to-day basis. So all in all, it's quite nice. But yeah, I have worked on this tower, as we can see here. If we hop all the way down, we worked on the bottom here last time, and the bottom is not entirely done because I need to do the inside lining, but that's some of the things that we're going to do today. So we're going to put up walls here and make this into some sort of basement, and then the wall will go into the heart shapes here. Aww. Wait a minute, I did not put that flower there. Someone has put that flower there. Otherwise, if they grow on their own, but I'm pretty sure someone put it there. But yeah, I have started building the tower here. I might do some cross beams here or something. And this here is going to be taken down a bit. And then we're going to add a roof. But other than that, it is getting close to useful, and it is a leap of faith tower. So just jump in and it'll take you to the top. If you want to go down, just hold shift. Of course, I'm doing this with arcane levitators, and I made sure that I have just enough to reach the top. Figured why use stairs when we can do something more interesting. So you might notice I put some blocks up there in those spots there, and that's because I want to put something there. But in order to do that, we need to make something first, so we are going to do that. We're probably going to take it a little bit in steps because it's a little noisy. And it takes a little bit of time, so we're going to see what we can do, but we're probably going to start off with one of them at least. Let's see here, let's just dump these. Because if you remember last week, we were working on Forbidden Knowledge. Yeah, it's sort of an elevator, it's based off of arcane levitators, which is a thing in Thaumcraft. So it's just making you go up or go down, depending on whether or not you're holding shift. When you're in the space, every arcane levitator will lift you 10 blocks, and if you stack them, they will lift you 10 more. So I have 3 on top of each other down there, so they will lift me a total of 30 blocks. And it works quite nice. The only thing is going to probably freak out a couple of guests now and then, but honestly, the tower is not supposed to be a place where just anyone comes in. But yeah, I've done a little bit of preparation. You might notice we have one of those left, and that's because we have been gathering essentia. We have been gathering a lot of essentia. We since we're now able to make our own quite large aura nodes, as we can see we did here. This is a small aura node, but it is an aura node that contains every aspect. However, what we're going to do is going to make 6 basic aura nodes with as much as we can stuff into them in regards to this. And then in those 6 spots around the tower, we are going to place the node each place. Well, this is not really Minecraft itself, it is a mod pack. And this is also Thaumcraft, which is a very interesting collection of magical doodads. For instance, I have the thermostatic harness, which allows me to fly, the boots that allows me to run up hills and jump high, the goggles that allows me to see the nodes, and also I can do stuff like this. And then all of a sudden I have a lens that will scan things, or night vision. I also have these little helpers to do stuff for me, and we're going to use this guy now because over here I have prepared a couple of things. So we're going to make a little bit of space in my inventory here, because we're going to brew. So let's see. Gives us balanced shards. So, you know the deal, it is an air shards, and then it's every other, or 2 of every other basic aspect. So Ordo, Terra, Aqua, Ignis and Peditio, or Order, Earth, Water, Fire and Chaos, along with air. Yep, an extra complex version, but it's fun. I have to do them a couple at a time, otherwise it will overflow the cauldron. Oh, and we're out of water in our helper's bucket, so he's going to collect some new and fill it up for us. That's why I love these guys, they're so helpful. Almost done. The reason why we're making so many is that we need quite a few to make these nodes. We're going to need 4 to make every core, and we're going to need 6 of those, and 2 for the infusion process, plus whatever we lose from chaotic influences during the dangerous infusion. Yeah, I know, it's a problem with the way they have distributed the sounds in Thaumcraft. Some of the things are just bloody loud, and I can't really scale it down without affecting something else that I don't want to affect. So I just should not talk while I'm doing the cauldron. But, believe me, I know, because it's just as loud in my ears as it is in yours. Sorry about that. needs to get more water. But now we have 64 of these balance shards, and we're going to take 40 of them. And those we're going to turn into Salis Mundus, or the Thaumaturgis salt. Oh nice, what do you stream? Do you stream music, or is it gaming also? I'll take the glass out of here, stick these in, get those cooking. So by taking the balance shards we can make those into Salis Mundus by just breaking them down with heat. Okay, and while that is processing, we have an order to fulfill. Dust Force. I think I've seen that. I never played it myself. I've definitely seen it. Okay, so we're going to have to, oops, also do this in stages. Actually, I don't know if we have that much space. Yeah, I agree. I tried to reduce it. That's also why this process of infusing, it's a long process. So we're going to try and do it in stages, do it a little at a time. It's a lot to put into it at once. I've never played it myself. I'm actually not quite sure what it's entirely about. There we go. Let's make another batch. And the last batch. Almost overflowing, but we made it. We got the umbral rose bush. That's because last week we made some umbral rose bushes, which we gave one off to TSnow to see what it would do, and TSnow asked me to make a couple more of them. So yeah, we're going to deliver some more. Let's just let things load in here. I see a bat. And let's pop back over again. Interesting, it sounds sort of like an arena fight or something. Well, it's perhaps not the most obvious problem area, but we should stick the sand in there to process, or we're doing other stuff anyway. So to make these we are going to need great wood and water jars. interesting. Okay, so how is it in the corners? I can never remember. And of course we need to do 6, not 4. No. I'll do there we go. It's quite expensive to do it, so we're definitely going to do it with our maximum rebate. There we go, down to 14. Well, it's going to give us some dark things. So now that we have those, we can continue the process of attuning them to some different aspects. So to do that, we are going. I have gained warp. It says down in the lower right, and we have indeed. We're doing bad things. So I prepared some of these glass files, and we're going to need 8 of each of these. It sounds fun. I don't know if it would be a game for me, but it sounds fun. I mean, I do play games like that, just in smaller amounts. Alright, so let's see here. It's going to cost a lot of auto. Before we do anything, let's just check that we're doing things right. So, create the unattuned node, attune the node with some aspect, and then infuse it with power, which gives us the actually useful node. So we are doing it right. So 1 node, do we have enough? I think we have enough. So there we go. The air node, the aqua node, that's always the thing. Some people just takes it too seriously. Petitio, Terra, and finally Ordo. That's 1 of each node, almost completely depleting our scepter of Ordo, but we made it. So now that we have our 6 thingies here, we should change back to our quick close here. And then it's a matter of doing the reaction. So we're going to put all of these in here. Get our stuff back on the bar. We're going to need our wand. We're going to need the Salus Mundus. We're going to need the attuned matrix. And I think I want to start with the Ordo, just because that's one of my favorite aspects and also one of the often used. So for that we are going to need to make a little bit of space here. We're going to need all of these. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19 jars of auto, which comes out to just over 1200 auto, which is what we need for the infusion. Let's see, which is going to break you if you aim with it. So to stress through it and complete everything, but if your goal is just to have fun, it is super enjoyable. That sounds like a good game. I like games that gives a challenge. A game that I can see of that sort, which is not like this, but I played on a stream a game called Bit Trip Presents Runner 2 Future Legend of Rhythm Alien. And that's very much one of those challenge games where you can just relax and play along to the beat, or you can go all out nuts and just say, okay, I want everything. Alright, so we need the attuned matrix, we need the Salus Mundus and the Salus Mundus, and then we need to start the reaction, and this is going to be loud, so warning. Hi there. Actually, I think we should probably try to reduce the volume while we're doing this. Let's go down to 10, maybe 20, so I can actually hear what's going on too, and hope that it works. So, how are you tonight, Sean? We're just about to try and make another note here. So this is a dangerous reaction, so that means things are very likely going to go wrong multiple times. Love by Fred Wood. It's very likely we're going to get sapped a couple of times, and it's also probably going to blow stuff up. Well, it consumes 1200 auto. You can imagine how long it's taken me to gather up all of this. The auto was easy because I can get it from beeswax, which I have a lot of. But other stuff like the air and the water or the aqua is a little bit of an arse. Terra and Peditio is easy, that's just cobblestone. Although, if I had thought ahead, I should have done Ignis first, because I get some of that from... I needed Tenebrae, so therefore I got it from pulverized obsidian, which also... Oops. Which also contains... what is it called? Yeah, I got it from pulverized obsidian, which also contains Peditio, so I should have gotten some of my Peditio from that instead of getting all of it from cobblestone, but yeah. Oh, very nice. Hey, would you stop breaking things, you ass? Give me back those candles. Ah, flux flew. Stop damaging my golems. I haven't done you anything. So when are you gonna get Pokemon Sun? Ah, bugger. Give me back that. Oh, I see the other one that I missed. Okay. Almost halfway through the reaction now. Oh, very nice. Is sun the one that you wanted? I know that there's some Pokemons that are different in it, and I know, for instance, that the Rock Golf, I think it's called, I would definitely want the sun form more, the brown one, because I don't really like the midnight form. It's kinda ugly in my book. I don't want to jinx it, but this is going quite easily for now. Yeah, it's so cute. Definitely better than Midnight Form. Hey, would you stop shocking my golems? They haven't done you anything. At least my golems were strong. Pulling from now over there. We're halfway through. Oh, there goes another one. It's gonna be so much to clean up. Hey! Stop it. I can imagine. 7 hours is no joke. Hey, would you stop that? Okay, that didn't do anything as far as I can see. That however did. Give me back that. Hey. I'm not gonna bother not stepping in this stuff because I'm not gonna avoid it anyway. Right now, I totally jinxed it now. Almost 3/4 through the reaction. Oh, it goes again. Oh, that's another one. Oh, it's making flux gas. Hey. I should never have said anything. As long as you had fun. I mean, I sat and drew for like, how long was it? I want to say 12 hours straight. It was something ridiculous like that. And I want to say, my hand wanted to kill me for the next 2 weeks. This is a dangerous reaction. It's no joke. But we need to maintain it, otherwise we're going to start wasting essentia and things are going to get unstable. Well, I mean, we're already at dangerous instability, so we don't really want that. We're almost there now. This jar and 2 more. Oh, there goes it again. Hey! Come on. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, it's hard to stop in such a situation. You want to please the new audience. Almost there. And consume, consume, and there we go. We got ourselves a node in a jar containing potato for some reason, but it is a normal pale node. Pale bit is not so nice. Your stomach suddenly gurgles very strangely. That may be, but I'm not gonna eat flesh, so go away. A pale node is not so good, so we might want to try and redo that, or we might want to try and repair it somehow. But hey, it's a node which is going to work, so at least for a start. Okay, so now we have something to clean up. Can we do... no, we cannot, so we're going to need some blocks. I'm afraid I'm not really familiar with a whole lot of speedrunners. Like, speedrunning is generally not my thing. A lot of the people who speedrun do those buggy speedruns, and I couldn't care less about those, so I just sort of got tired of the genre. If it is a skill run where you're actually playing the game though, then I'm okay with it, but the other's just dumb to me. It's just like, you just explore bugs in the game, and it's not about being good, it's just about knowing the bugs. So we need to replace all of this. There, and the floating candle goes there. Okay, so that's one reaction. So let's do the Peditio next. Let's see here, let's take you and you. mark you two. Jars. I'll just stick them in here for now. Actually, let's put them up here. Okay, so Peditio, welcome back. That's good to hear. Four. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Nine, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. Alright. Salads Mundus. And let's see if we can do this again. It's going to blow up, but keep it as stable as we can for as long as we can. That's not bad. Just gonna grab myself another glass of bubbly here before we start. Yes, like I was watching the Mindcrackers for a bit. And like every time they did a marathon, there was like be speed runs, and it's just all glitch runs. It's like I go over here in the corner, and then I crouch until a cloud spawns, and then I ride the cloud to the end, and then I finish the game. It's done. What the fun is that? All right. Time for Peditio. Oh. Already have gas for me. Okay, that one actually blew up. Ah. That's the risk. That's why you always want to have a couple extra, because it's very likely that you'll lose some, especially when you're doing dangerous reactions as we are now. TSnow was gone so long because he snuggled the cat. I'm kind of trying to fill all of this with flux gases, just because that would be cool to have. It's a very dumb idea, but I kind of like it. I guess, but it just depends on the person. Like, I just don't find glitch runs interesting at all. I've never seen a glitch run that made me interested. They're all just like, why even bother? But that might just be me being a grouch. crazy thing. We're 1/4 through the reaction so far. Yeah, but even then, like, you see, for instance, what is it called? Castlevania Symphony of the Night. There you had one of the creators of the game who was talking with a speedrunner that was bragging about that he could complete the game in such a short time, and the what is it called? The game creator asked him, "Yeah, you're just doing the flip back slide, right, all the time?" And he nodded and said yes. And the creator was like, "But why? You never get to see the cool movement." Like, if you've ever played or watched Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Alucard, as you play in that game, he just looks like an utter badass when he moves. Like, he has these delayed turn animations, and also he has this like aura almost that makes him like have certain like delayed reflections of himself following in certain situations. Hey, no, don't you dare. He's coming to try and pick up my stuff. Almost halfway through. Oh, here's another one. Ow. Ass. Yeah, it's faster. That's why you can speedrun the game and complete it in a very short time, but it just, you waste so much of the game doing it. I mean, that's not really a glitch, though. I mean, the game creator doesn't like you doing it because it looks like crap, but still. Yeah, it's so great. Like the... bugger. Where did that one go? I think it blew it up. The only thing with it is, like, there is a couple of places where they put some placeholders into place, which is, for instance, the inventory menu or the bookshop or the librarian, and those are the situations where he learned that basically when you're making your game, whenever you put a placeholder into a game, be damn sure that you like the placeholder, because it might just be the final thing. Basically, that was that was what happened. They made a placeholder and never replaced it because they didn't have time. Which is a little sad, because you have this gothic, really cool game, and then you have a menu that's just a blue square with a white square around it. It's like, should be filled with roses and black and white and maybe a little bit of red. Something vampiric like the rest of the game. 3/4 through the reaction. There's another one. Get it back. Da, 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 da. Have you seen, by the way, that the creator of Symphony of the Night is making a new game? It's gonna be sort of the same, but this time the protagonist is a female character. Yeah, it does, but it was unintentional. Like, they really wanted to make something more fancy, but it just ended up sticking with the placeholder because they just needed something quick during the game testing. I haven't actually played Ori. I thought about doing a let's play of it at some point, but as with everything else I need to do... No, it's mine. I think he actually got it. As with everything else, I need to do the artwork for it first, before I can actually do it. One second, TSnow, I'll check in a second. Oh, don't hold your breath, hon, because I need to do other series first. The first one I have, of course, is my current, Darksiders. Once that is done, I have another one lined up. And if you have been observant on Twitter, you know what it is. I'm definitely excited about that one. And what do we get? We get a hungry... Ah! No! That one needs to be redone. Sorry, not gonna happen. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No. No, no, no. I made a hungry note. Bugger. Oh. I'd rather not do it because I would like to play Ori at some point myself. As I said, I want to do a let's play of it. I just haven't really had time to do it yet. Okay, let's see. If you have 2 seconds, could you pop over and make sure I did the B stuff right? I moved it and wanted to put the caches in the ground. Yeah, I'll pop over in just a second. Just need to clean up my mess here. Okay, so we need to put the candles down. scary ass thing. So yeah, we need to redo that one. It's a bright one, but bloody hell, a hungry node. If you don't know what a hungry node is the thing that killed me. It basically, if you place the node here, it will start sucking in blocks around it up to a certain distance, and if you get within that distance, you're sucked in as well and killed, crushed, and if you're not back quickly enough for dealing with the node, then it will also crush your gravestone, and yeah. You can catch them in the wild, but it's bloody hard because as you're trying to encase them, they will break the glass. So you need to like place the glass while it's sucking you in, and it is also sucking the glass in, and if you get sucked through the glass, then you die. Bon appetit. Let's see, we have 64. There we go. It's no problem, I can make more. The only trouble with making these nodes is that every time I make a node, it's going to make me a little bit more corrupt. And, or warped. And also it takes 1,200 of this essentia to make it. So in that sense, it's very good that it is the Peditio one, because Peditio we can actually get in quite large amounts. It's only earth for some reason, but cobblestone has Peditio. Sand has Peditio as well. Can't remember if there's a better source of Peditio. Let's pop over. So yeah, it won't do that we use that Peditio node in our build because it's gonna eat our tower. Oh. No. That won't work. I'll just tell you through voice because you're actually listening. It needs to pull everything down through the bottom when it goes out, and it needs to stick it into the side to place them back in again. So it pulling it down here is fine, but it needs to pull it up in the back and then add it to the side. This here with the drones, that needs to go somewhere, either here, there, or here. I'm really helping understand this. But definitely it cannot go on top of it, because right now the distance to the apiary would be 2, and that's 1 too many. Also, if it's standing on top, then the apiary will not get any sun and the bees will not work. Let me know if I need to reiterate anything. So if you put the pipe here and then one up. Oh, no. Not the cache, the pipe. the pipe needs to go where you put this cache, and then there needs to be a pipe on top that goes into the side of the apiary. And adjacent to the pipe that goes into the apiary, the drone's cache needs to be. Alrighty. Missing audio. Oh, I wish I had a jar with me. We would be bloody hard to catch, but I would like to catch you. Wait, where did you go? There you go. Stay here, buddy. I can't leave you, then he would despawn. We have a mod that allows you to turn into monsters. I've never figured out how to actually use it, but yeah, you can turn into a monster, and that does something. Then you can, if you turn into a bat, you will be able to fly. If you turn into a wisp, you can fly, and that sort of thing. Otherwise you can hide in monster guys. Also, you're only 1 by 1 block when you're a bat, so you can get around a lot of places. Bats are so cute. But the trouble is, in order to become a bat, you need to kill a bat, and the bat has done me no wrong, so I refuse to gain flight by killing a bat. I just can't do it. Ah.
Hello.
Hi.
I crashed, like hard crashed. My computer just booted back up. I'm coming in.
Okay. If you can head to my place... Where did you go? If you can head to my place when you get back in.
Yeah, I can do that.
Go into my infusion room, and along the wall there is an empty jar. If you could grab me an empty Essentia jar, that would be very lovely.
Okay. Where's it at now?
In my infusion room, up along the wall.
Okay.
There should be a single empty jar along the wall, over by where the golem crafting is.
Gotcha.
You're being complimented on your waterfall.
Thank you. Okay, for some reason. That was weird. Oh, this game. Glitchy game. Okay. I'm looking for an empty jar. There they are. And how can I harvest these?
Just knock them with your hand.
Okay. Alrighty. On my way back.
I'm doing my best to keep my eye on this guy, but the rain is not making it easy.
There you go.
Thank you. Come here. Hey, you.
I wonder if I can grab him with the gravity gun. I've never tried. Oh, you almost had him that time.
Oh, wait, is that you? Oh, yeah, no.
Yep, that's me. I would turn into a blaze, so I'd be very obvious, but I would actually take damage because of the rain.
I feel oddly drained. That made me lose track of him. Come here, you. I might not be able to catch him.
If he gets close to me again, I'll try to grab him with the gravity gun. I can hold him in one spot at that point, and you should be able to grab him.
I'm not sure that he is possible to catch, sadly.
I opened the door here. Hopefully he'll come inside. That'll make it a little easier.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, unfortunately. I don't think it works on bats.
Come on, dude. Get a little closer.
Oh, let's see. Glitchy game, at least not Sonic 6. But yeah, in regards to your apiary here, the place where you put the last cache.
1 second. I almost had it. He like landed right in front of me, and then I hit the gravity button and grabbed the grass that he was standing on. God, he's a fast son of a bitch. Well.
Yeah, I don't think it'll work.
Okay, so yes, I screwed this up. Let me these two are fine, right?
Yeah, those are fine. They can be anywhere
Okay.
along the pipe. It needs to pull out from the bottom. Let me just check. You should set it to stack size of 1. Because
yeah.
otherwise it will take 3 drones and put it into the cache, and you might end up having none in your apiary.
Gotcha.
But these 2 places, there needs to go pipe.
Where? Oh, okay.
Put the light. And then anywhere beside the upper one here, you can put the cache. I can't put it up there, so we'll do like that. Any in one of those places you can put the the cache. Yeah, you need to pop those first.
Yeah. There it is. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I was thinking earlier. I remember you telling me, excuse me, that nothing could be on top of it because it would block the sunlight, but I guess it just didn't register in my brain
It
that that's what I
can
was
with
doing.
some bees, but these do not have the cave dwelling gene, so they can't.
Gotcha. Okay. If I happen to catch a bat for you, I will figure out a way to get it for you. Get it to you. I don't know.
Bats
I'll
mobs
make
be a
that work.
little too new, because usually Thorncraft likes vanilla mobs. Or maybe they
okay.
just thought that no one would ever catch a bat.
I'm wondering if it is possible. It's difficult because they move so fast. It's not.
I'm pretty sure that I had it in my sights long enough that it should have caught it.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try making one more node before we do something else. Let's do air.
I'm making a park, or a garden, actually, not really a park.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops. 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. What are you laughing at?
Trying to set up a double date with my magician friend and his fiance to go see the new Star Wars that's coming out in December. He's a huge Star Wars fan.
No worries, Flora. You have a good
So
evening.
trying to set up a double
Thank you for
date for
dropping
that.
by.
She just called us dorks.
Ah, very nice.
I responded, I know it, baby.
That doesn't make it better. Ah.
Okay. I'm going to sleep. Get rid of this rain and make a day.
Already? No, that's my staff. Not Salus Mundus.
We bought a Nintendo GameCube. Wrong one. We bought a Nintendo GameCube at a yard sale last week for like $5. It didn't work, but I figured I knew what the problem was by inspecting it. So I brought it home and opened it up, and sure enough, the laser diode was too low. It needed to be increased because just the age of it, the what you call it, the laser is dying, I guess. So if you increase the diode, it actually increases the power, and you'll get some more life out of it. So I did that, and everything seemed to work pretty good. No issues. But one of the problems that it has is the front part where like the controllers and stuff go in. Ooh, team points. Okay. The front like plastic shield where like the controllers and memory cards and stuff plug in, it has it's turned yellow, so it's like in the sun or something like that. Well, there's a treatment you can do with hydrogen peroxide, but you need like high percentage hydrogen peroxide, which is kind of hard to find. So I had to order some of that off of eBay. That showed up, and last night we put it under a black light with the hydrogen peroxide on it, and it's actually worked really well. So for if you count the hydrogen peroxide and the special screwdriver I had to buy to open the GameCube, because you need like something called a game bit. It was like $12 total for a working GameCube. That's not bad at all. They're going for like $60 on eBay, so I'm happy.
Well, that thing just... Would you stop sapping me? Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to try a couple of times with these nodes. I can use a pale node, it's just going to be worse than a normal node, but a hungry node, no chance. That one blew up for real.
You were looking at my my thing in the water over here. Do you know what that is? So she said.
Yeah. The weird box thingy. Oh,
Yeah.
disappeared too. I'm seeing a lot of Salasmonders. No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, that is a very small setup for a water pump. So basically, I don't have to use the buckets and what have you, and I can pump it anywhere I need water, and it doesn't use the source block up. So basically, it's an infinite water source.
But couldn't you just use an Aqueous accumulator?
Yes, I could, but this actually will go into a Tesseract, which I have set up, and then I can link that to any other Tesseract if I need water in a certain location or what have you, interdimensionally as well. Well, it won't work in the Nether because water doesn't work in the Nether, but you get the point.
But just... I'm running out of places to put my Salasmanders.
What she said.
There's flags everywhere.
I got told a stupid joke by my goddaughter the other day. Why did Harry Potter get suspended from Hogwarts?
I don't know.
He was caught flicking his wand in the girls' bathroom.
Ah, that's bad. Okay, there goes another spot for it. I had just put it there, you ass.
I need to
And it
figure
goes
out.
again.
I need to
Running out
figure
of
out how to make
candles.
the axe. I think it's called Axe of the Stream.
Oh, that's easy. I can help you.
Okay. It's not something I was planning on doing today. I don't need it right now, but I'll get with you on that, and we'll make one.
I'll let you know what you need in just a second.
I won't remember.
Well, basically what you need to figure out first is how to get Essentia, because you need that for the infusion process.
Okay.
I don't know if you have an, what is it called, an alchemical furnace set up.
Not yet. No.
Well, you should make one of those, and some almanacs. Hey, we're totally mature.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. I'm a grown-up.
I pretend.
I'm,
I
a,
don't
ma-
pretend.
I'm a grown-up, mature, independent black woman.
Now I'm really confused.
That's a reference to one of Jam's videos. When he was doing his XCOM videos of XCOM 1, he was naming his characters after people from the server, and when my name came up on the list, I was apparently a black woman. But hey, I saved the world.
Good girl.
I also died, but I saved the world. Spoiler alert to anyone watching, I'm going to spoil the end of XCOM 1. Basically, what happens in XCOM 1 is... Do you know the game, right?
Me?
Yeah?
I know of it. I've never played it. I don't think I probably ever will.
It's a strategy game where the Earth gets invaded and you lead the defense force, where you're both trying to figure out what the hell is going on and how to combat it.
Gotcha.
And during this you develop abilities based on these weird creatures you encounter, giving you what is it called, like different abilities. For instance, you develop mechs, you develop psionics, you develop gene modifications, and in order to complete the game you need to have a psionic soldier, so basically one that can use their mind for a weapon, and you need to train them to a certain level before they can engage in what they need to do. And I was that soldier. I got the psionic strain, and I was the one who was trained. And that means when it came to the end of the game, I was the one who said, "Get out!" as the alien mothership was about to implode and destroy the entire planet. And while everyone else was getting to safety, I flew the spaceship up and got it to a place where it couldn't harm the Earth, and basically died in the blast myself. Normal pale mode, but at least it is not hungry.
So what you're saying is that you're a badass.
I at least was there. I was a strong, independent black woman.
Here we go.
I think Lady and Random both died. I think it was Lady that died first, and then not so long after, Random, Papa Bear, Hato died afterwards. So of course we decided that he just couldn't live with himself afterwards. I know I'm older than you, but hey, I'm totally mature. I'm gonna stick with that. Oops. Give me that back. Ah, stuck in something. I've run out of stone to do this. Whoops. Yeah, you just steal my stone. Bugger.
I just had a, what do you call it? A trapdoor just completely disappear on me.
Like the item?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's not in the vacuum hopper, it's not in my inventory, and it's not on the ground.
You don't have any
Very
golems or anything that can steal them?
There are, but they're dedicated to the netherwart, and they were pretty far away. They were more than 20 blocks away.
I think we told him to only work with netherwart anyway.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't.
I've got more. It's not a huge deal. It's just like, where the hell did it go?
Mm-hmm. Give me back my stone. Okay, he's flipping out over something. You stole my Salis Mundus. Bad. Look away for 2 seconds. It actually managed to break every single one of my candles except 2. Even the floating ones.
Oh, you bastard. I figured out where it went. It went into a cache that I thought was locked.
Alright, so now that that is done, let's do something a little different. First of all, let's see. Also, let's take a glass of bubbly. But yeah, Sean, you will find this out as you get older. The older you get, the more dirty jokes you make. Can you confirm or deny?
In my experience, that is 100% the case, but I'm also a dirty old man, so...
Ah! So we need to move these.
Okay. chicken farm is a go.
The way you said okay reminds me of the book that I'm listening to at the moment. The audiobook.
Yeah.
I'm listening to Artemis Fowl, The Opal Deception, which I think is the 4th book if I remember correctly. And it's about a pixie named Opal Cowboy that escapes captivity after having been defeated in an earlier book, and now she wants revenge. And the way she talks is like with a very, like, I want to say Chinese accent.
I gotcha.
It's like, can I even mimic it? I'm not even sure I can properly mimic it.
My Japanese is extremely rusty, but I never was able to speak with an accent, even when I could speak it. I would never say I could speak it fluently, but I could speak it well enough to have a conversation with a native speaker.
Well, it's not really like the language, but it is the way she speaks. She has like a ha, so like weird way of pronouncing the words.
Gotcha.
And it really sounds really funny because she's like trying to say something evil. She has this way of speaking. It's like, you can't take it serious. And then I will take my revenge.
My revenge.
And then you will die.
Sounds like the abbot from The Princess Bride. Wow, true wow.
So bad.
Will you account who will your husband's wife? What?
Yes.
Yes, with an extremely audible question mark.
I mean, I would assume. It's the version of chisel where we can't use the chisel, or it's just a version of the chisel that can't use chisel.
Yes.
I keep stepping on the arcade levitator and start flying. I want to see
You're
if I
so
can
high
change
above.
the pattern on this. No, I can't change the pattern on that.
Oh,
Wrong. Actually, this chisel probably only works with the chisel, like the like with chiseling carpenter's blocks, which is probably what.
Oh, it does not. That's good to know.
And then I will have my revenge.
1, Whoa, wow. Have you ever seen Princess Bride?
Yeah, it's just a long time since.
It's definitely in my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Let's see. Chisel.
Or chisel.
Okay, I'm apparently experiencing some effect here. I don't know what it is.
Uh-oh.
Let's think is construct chisel, carpenter's block chisel.
If you get the notice, because I know you're messing with dark magic now, or whatever it's called, the forbidden stuff, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you get the notice you're experiencing an unnatural hunger, eat zombie flesh,
Yeah, no.
or else you'll die.
I'm not gonna do it. And I don't think you actually die from it.
I did. It might have been something else that killed me, but it definitely got me down to 1 heart.
Like it will drain you and it will punish you if you don't eat the flesh. But I do believe you can get out of it just by eating normal food too.
Oh, okay.
But it's gonna punish you the whole time. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't do eating zombie flesh. I have never eaten zombie flesh. I'm not gonna start now. Let's try this thing out. So that looks to work. No. Okay, that's annoying. Oh, bugger. Okay, so we need 5, 8, 10, so 40. And what do we want to take for a pattern? That's a good question.
It will grow. I know it will grow, but damn, does it take a long time?
It will grow.
I'm trying to grow a silverwood tree. They seem to be very slow growers.
Yeah, silverwood are quite slow and they don't give a whole lot of saplings, so be careful.
No, I just want one. I want one in the middle of my garden. I just think it's going to look cool surrounded by all the other trees.
Hey, come back here.
And bone meal does not work on it.
That's the problem. Items also obey the elevator, so they're just going to go flying. So this is not the pattern that we want.
This isn't the pattern you're looking for.
Indeed.
Yes, I know you're not a big Star Wars fan, but I am. I'm actually really excited for Rebels. When the trailer came out, and at the end of the trailer you saw Darth Vader, I giggled like a schoolgirl.
I'm going to assume that it's the new movie that's coming out, probably.
Yeah, in December.
You can see I know absolutely nothing.
That's fine. See, I'm a strange Star Wars fan though. I don't get into the whole Star Wars is better than Star Trek and Star Trek is better than Star Wars battle. To me, they both have their merits.
Agreed. Star Wars is laid back, relaxed, fun, just action movie.
I told someone the other day, I watched Star Wars
It's a little
for...
bit too harsh.
Actually, I was looking for dirt, and I typed in Star Wars. I told someone the other day, I watched Star Wars for the action, the adventure, the you know, save the galaxy from the evil empire type, you know, epic story that goes along with it. I watched Star Trek for the utopian future and the science fiction. Because in, oh gosh, we're going on 40 years of Star Wars now, because 1979, I think. 77. The first Star Wars came out. So, in all that time, just a small little thing when it comes to Star Wars, but in all that time, you have never had an anti-gravity scene.
Sean is saying, like Digimon versus Pokemon thing. Same thing, yeah, they both have merit.
Yeah.
Like in my case, I will definitely say that my favorite is Star Trek. But I can enjoy Star Wars, I just rarely watch it, because to me it's more of an entertainment movie, while the other's a show. And I don't watch movies alone. So, yeah.
I tend to only watch movies alone because Pygmy doesn't really do movies. Every once in a while I'll get her to watch a movie with me, but for the most part, she's just like, I'm not in the mood for a movie. Let's watch YouTube, because it's, you know, short 5-10 minute videos that you don't get bored with because you move on to the next one.
Let's see, for an axe up the stream you require 16 aqua, 8 arbor, which is very easy to get both of them, a thaumium axe, which requires 3 ingots of thaumium, which requires, I believe it's 4 per DTO each. You need a diamond, 2 water shards, and a great wood log. That's all.
Okay.
So if you want to make it, we can probably make it.
Not today. I'm actually not going to be on much longer. Pygmy is going to be home very soon, and we have to go to...
That's fine. Oops. That was not what I intended.
What do you guys call the pharmacy?
Apotheke?
I want to say apothecary.
Apothecary?
Okay, I was right then. Apothecary. Okay, we need to go to the pharmacy and pick up the new prescription I told you about.
You're gonna get high, son.
I am. The funny thing about that, though, is... Okay, Illinois, that's the state I live in, it's legal. Medical marijuana is legal. But you have to, even though you can walk out of the doctor with the prescription, you have to wait 5 days for them to fill it. I don't understand that. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. If you have the prescription and it's legal, why do you have to wait so long to get it?
Good question.
And I asked, is it like they have to get it from a special location to, you know, shipped into... Oh, shit. Oh, I fucked that up. Shipped to a, you know, ship it to the drugstore or whatever, or what? And they were like, no. Okay, well, why do you have to wait? You just do. Well, thanks for the info. Very informative.
Not at all.
I'm not sure what to do about lighting, so I'm going to use torches for the time being on the sides of the streets.
So how do we want to do this?
I just hope it helps.
Me too. Sean is saying you don't want bad weed, do you?
To be perfectly honest, I don't want it at all, but... But if I have to have it, no, I want the good stuff. Hi, TJ. Can you hear him?
Yeah.
He's a talker. I love cats that talk. I don't dislike cats that don't talk. I was gonna say I don't like cats that don't talk. That's not true. But if I have a cat, I prefer that it will walk into a room and meow at you.
I like selective talkers. Just because that makes them even more of an asshole. Like Kitty's cat is very much a selective talker. She will completely ignore you if she doesn't like you.
Alright. I'm going to wait around until nighttime. As soon as it's night, don't make it day, like, immediately.
Alrighty.
I just want to see how well this place is lit.
Oh, I am too, Sean. But whether or not a cat likes me depends on the cat. Some cats are just bloody assholes.
Oh, indeed. Our roommate's cat is, like you were saying, selective. For some reason, she really likes me, but she doesn't like hardly anyone else. Not even her owner.
Yeah, does not surprise me. That's a cat in a nutshell for you. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Bree gets upset because I'll be in my room and I'll be like laying in bed reading. All of a sudden Molly comes in and she's in my lap. And she never does that to Bree. Bree's just like, she's my cat, why doesn't she love me?
Aww.
But I always tell her, I said, because I'm indifferent to her. So she likes me because I don't go after her and hold her against her will. She chooses to come to me.
That's not always a guarantee with cats, but yeah, it helps. Like, some cats will still fuck you up. It's like,
Oh, God,
okay,
yeah.
pet me now. Okay, now I'm done being pet.
There's an old image on the internet. It's old. I don't know how old it is, but it's old. At least a few years. But it's a picture of a cat, and it's like, I want belly rubs, but exactly 3.2, and any more, and I'll eat your face.
I wonder if I can use those blocks in... Experimentation time. Gimme, gimme. Borrow this. Do that. I can. Nice. Gimme. Let's go change a few things. But yeah, definitely like with Mouse, Kitty's cat. Like, I don't go over and pick her up. I don't ever do that. I'll call for her. And if she wants, she responds.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't go and pick her up. But yeah, I agree with you, Sean, that I'm more of a dog person as well. I grew up with a dog, and that has definitely influenced me. I like dogs more. That's just how it is.
I'm the same way. But when Zoe passed away, my last dog, I kind of was like, I really don't want that pain again for a very long time.
Yeah, I can understand that.
That was
Losing a companion like that, because a dog is that. It is a companion. And losing
Zoe
one
belonged
such...
to my mother.
Well, the dog that I grew up with was my sister's dog.
Yeah. No, I meant, but Zoe belonged to my mom, and when my mom passed away, I took her, and it, to me, in my mind, when I lost Zoe, I lost the last part of my mom.
Aww.
So I was just like, no, I'm good for a little bit. I don't want to deal with that again for a while. And I know that it's not going to be the same even when I do decide to get another dog, because it won't have that same, whatever you want to call it, emotional bond because of that. But because I'll be perfectly honest with you, if I was getting a dog, it would not have been Zoe. I wouldn't have chosen Zoe when I was getting a dog.
How
Zoe she was just a runt Shih Tzu. Nothing wrong with her. It's just not my kind of dog. My kind of dog is probably in the 50 to 60 pound range, medium sized, like maybe a golden retriever or something along those lines.
It's nighttime now, by the way, if you want to check that stuff.
Yep, I'm outside looking now. Zoe was, I think at her heaviest, she weighed 6 pounds. She was tiny. Okay, yeah, this is good. It looks actually really good.
Should I make it daytime
gonna
again then?
Yeah, you can. So, yeah, she was a tiny dog. That's what Mom wanted, though. She wanted something really small that would actually be able to fit in her coat pocket. And Zoe was she was the runt in a litter of toy Shih Tzus. And when Mom passed away, she was overweight, so we put her on a diet and what have you, and that's when she weighed like 6.5 pounds. And when she was healthy again, or at a healthy weight again, she weighed, it was like 3.8, I think it was. I will send you a picture on your Twitter of Zoe. Zoe was adorable. I loved Zoe a lot. She was a cool dog. There we go. Let's see. I've always been an animal lover, though. All kinds of animals, even animals that most people are like, oh my god, why would you want that as a pet? I've had,
Strange whispers reveal secrets to you. Nice.
Strange secrets were revealed to me the day I lost my magic sword.
Ah! This bloody elevator. It always gets me when I'm not trying to use it. I love big doggies too. They are very nice for cuddling. Plus, there is something about a dog that can overpower you. And no, I don't mean that kinky. Before you say anything. Although...
that.
No, but like, like my sister's dog, he wasn't an overly big dog. He was a mixed breed. We don't even know what the mix really was. But he was a mixed breed, and like mixed breeds are very nice because you always get a like completely unique dog. And well, we came home from we have something called skolehjemsamtale, and that is basically where you go to the school and then you have a talk with your head teacher and some of the other teachers about how you're doing at school at the moment. And we had, like, my parents had been out all day. I'd been to school. I met my parents at school for this thing. And then we went home, so when we finally got home, it was pretty late. And he had been at home, like, all day and not really, like, getting any attention. He was lonely. And then when we got home, he was so happy to see me that he just pounced on me, knocked me into a wall and knocked me out.
Oh my gosh.
Like both front paws on me. BAM! It wasn't out for long, but he knocked me out.
Pygmy just walked in, so I need to mute for a few minutes. I will be back though very shortly.
Alright. Yeah, me too. I was not prepared for that though. That came as a little bit of a surprise that I was going to get so overwhelmed. Not unwelcome, just surprising. Your stomach gurgles very strangely. I can gurgle on. It's not going to get anything out of me. I do not agree with this choice of diet. Ah. Do we have any more? No, but we do have these. Ah. But yeah, I've always said that I'm kinky. Also never hidden that I'm quite okay with people doing stuff like that, as long as they don't harm the animal. I will not accept animal abuse, but a loving relationship between owner and pet, I don't see no harm. I will point out, I've never done it. Just as a little bit of a pointer there. Speaking of pointers, yep, I'll never get used to that thing. But I'll seldomly need to go down here, so it won't be a big problem. Da, 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 da. I actually got some good news about the weekend, and it's not like hugely good news, it's just something that makes my weekend a little better. Because after this week, which has been very hard for me, I'm not going to talk about all that, but it has been a difficult week, a very hard week emotionally and all that stuff, and it still is. So while we do have Dungeons and Dragons scheduled for tomorrow, I'm not actually in a mood to play Dungeons and Dragons right now. So I'm actually quite happy that we will probably be doing a light session, because they're going to be doing the UHC for the server tomorrow as well. So that means we will be ending early so that they can get ready for that. So that means that it won't be too bad with all that.
I know you're a monster.
Alright, let's see here. We need to have these. That, no. You are not helping me. Okay, so shift like that. That one there we don't need to change. These should be changed, however. That one there doesn't need to. Okay, so and no, that is actually not right. We need to take these out because we're bringing these down. But I'm not certain. Do we want to do that? I'm not certain whether or not we want just a blank heart, or if we want to have the pillars through it. So we're gonna do this just to test it out. little plane. Let's try and do this one. There's one there missing. I kinda like this, but I think we need to change this here to something else. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we don't have enough marble. Nope. Chisel. So we need to have 6 for each. So we need 24. And of those we need to have 8. These needs to be this one. These needs to be this one. Whoops. Yeah, I like that. That's definitely better and also matches with the side there. Hey, no, you're going down. That's what she said. I also really need to move that node away. Okay, so let's see here. Nope, that was wrong. No, that is also wrong. What about you, Sean? Do you listen to audiobooks? Something that Marcus, my bear, has got me quite hooked on. And now I'm just listening to them all the time. I really enjoy it. Except for the one time I fainted in the train. But, yeah, they're very good. Okay. A visual glitch, one of them was missing. It's like, what? One of them is missing. I don't remember breaking it at any point. Alrighty, just in case. Good night. Don't listen to who, sorry? Well, I don't really either, but the way I do it is I have things recommended to me by Marcus, because he has read a lot of audiobooks and thereby has experience. He knows books that he has enjoyed and can then recommend them to me. So like, I have so far listened to the two first books in the Kaiju series by Jeremy Robinson, which is a series about giant monsters. If you, as I'm very certain you do, know Godzilla. Godzilla is what you in Japan know as Kaiju, which is these giant creatures that usually has some kind of prophetic meaning to them. Like Godzilla is an avenger of nature, I believe. And it's not about Godzilla, but it is about giant monsters. And also not quite so giant monsters, but there's a cat girl in it. Actually, we're going to need to take you. And then, right, like, I've also listened to the entire Eragon series, which is bloody long. I've listened to almost all of that while I have been doing my artworks. So yeah, that's like, I think something like 70 hours of books. It's pretty crazy. And then I'm also currently listening to the Artemis Fowl series, which is also very good. It's a children's book, but it is made in a way where it is very enjoyable for people that are not children. And the way it's read is also very pleasant. So definitely recommend that as well. Even better that the villain, that is not always the villain. For instance, at the moment I'm reading the Opal Deception, the 4th book, which is about Opal Cowboy as the villain, and the original villain from the 1st book, which is Artemis, is not the villain in this one. However, he's all of a sudden one of the protagonists. He was that in the 2nd book too, actually. But in the 1st book, he is very much the bad guy. And the good thing about it is that he's a bad guy that is also Irish. So he has the whole Irish accent and stuff going on. It's really awesome. Like, you have a villain that talks Irish. But basically, Artemis is a boy genius. And the story is basically that he's a boy genius, and he is convinced that fairies exist and that he can exploit them. So he formulates his plan to exploit the fairies and kidnaps one of them, but he has not done his groundwork completely, because he's a little bit surprised to find out that, for instance, a leprechaun, you think that a leprechaun is like one of these little green guys with red beard, and they have a pot of gold and live at the end of the rainbow and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's not entirely true, as it turns out, because it's not leprechaun but leprecon, which is basically the special task police force of the fairies. And we meet the protagonist, what is she called, Holly Short, who is an elf and a bit of a loose cannon, who's working for her commander, who is a bit of a grouch, and he smokes these noxious fungus cigars that will make anyone gag. So yeah, there's some books for you that you can get into if you want. I'd recommend them, they're good. And you, we're going to have to do something about. We should probably do that before we do any more work there. Okay, and the last one over here. Alright. So let's see here, we need to take these away. Very careful, you don't want to break the node. You're full up. Alright, so let's place this down. Also this. Okay, so now we can take care of that node. To do that we need some bits and bobs. We need to have, let's see, 26 glass. We need to have more than we have there. Boop. Plenty. Nine. It's going to be a little sad to remove this because it's been here since the very start. Do we have enough? We do have enough. Let's take the foci off for now and do whoop. Place these again. Come on. All right. Now we just need to rebuild this wall. So we need to do that. We need to do this. No. No. I definitely recommend it. I've enjoyed them quite a bit. They are children's books, but they're good children's books. Not childish in any way. Also, you will encounter such brilliant characters as Butler. Basically, Artemis, he's a scrawny 13-year-old kid. A super genius, yes, that always thinks 2 steps ahead. But he's also a scrawny kid. And as such, he needs a bodyguard. So he has his bodyguard, Butler. And Butler's not his real name, he's part of the Butler family. But his actual name is not known to Artemis because professional ties. You don't tell your employer your real name, because if you do so, things become personal. And when things become personal, things become complicated. You start caring about people, and you should not care about a bodyguard. They're there to die for you. All right. so we'll probably try to fix those, but before we do that, let's just clear our inventory of most of the things. Let's pop up here again. So, let's talk a little bit about what I actually want to do here. This here, I was thinking of doing as a storage. Basically, the jars with mobs and monsters in them, put them here. Probably only the monsters. But, yeah, they could be stored here, because this room isn't really useful for much else. But up here, we're going to have a node on each of these. And then in the center here, we're going to put the staff recharge pedestal. So that will draw this from each of the nodes, so we can just dump our staff here and come back to it, and we will have a recharge staff. And it'll never deplete the nodes completely, so they will be safe. It's also why we should be able to use pale nodes, because even though they're slower, they should still work for this. But I'm going to look more into what they actually do. And then in here, we're also going to place the foci manipulator. And then up in the top there, we're going to place the node that we made to begin with, the multi aspect node. What is the name of all the books? Let me get you the titles. But yeah, we'll place the foci manipulator, and then above there we're going to place a vis relay, and then the node, which is going to be energized and stabilized. And yeah, it's going to be great. Okay, so let's check my phone here, because that's actually where I have it on. Let's see. The first book is just called Artemis Fowl. So I'm going to give you the name in the chat. So it is written by Ian Holfer and is called Artemis Fowl. The second book is The Arctic Incident. The third book is Hi there, Macro. How are you doing? The Eternity Code. The fourth book is The Opal Deception, which is the one I'm listening to at the moment. Then we have The Lost Colony, The Time Paradox, The Atlantis Complex, and The Last Guardian. But yeah, well, you will meet brilliant characters like Mulch Dickens. Mulch Dickens is a dwarf. And when I say dwarf, you probably think a little hairy guy that likes to make things out of metal and lives in a mountain, right? No, actually, dwarves are these almost reptilian creatures that lives underground. They're very, very photosensitive. They don't really perform well in the sun. So if they go outside, they need some badass sunblock. They smell quite foul. And, well, one thing they do have in common with the classic dwarf, and that is that they like to dig. In fact, that is how they feed. Because when dwarfs dig, what they do is they expose their bum, and then they unhinge their jaws, and they basically just chew their way through a mountain. So dirt and rock goes in the mouth and comes out the butt. And some dirt contains air bubbles and stuff, and that of course accumulates inside their stomach, and that has to escape at some point, and that can become some quite explosive expelling. A rainy day. Yeah, that's very true. It is a good day for Minecraft. It is raining. Don't think we have to. Yeah, we do have to move you. Alright, so let's drop that in there. What are you? You are rocky drones. I really need to start making my Hi. Can I make a proper face? I really need to start making myself a proper storage. Damn cones. There's produce. I'll put that over here. Steadfast. And water drones. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Oh, do you have any projects that you're working on at the moment, Piper? See, you will probably not go in there now. I'll go down there then. Most of these bees I don't really need to run anymore, so I should really just take them down. I need to go in here. Boop. Oh, it's nighttime. It's hard with these lenses to see that it's actually nighttime. It looks like day. Except for that little dot there. Currently working on making ethereal blooms. Ooh. Are you planning to clear out a tainted biome, or what are you going to use them for? taint nodes. Oh. Yeah, that's bad. Bugger. Yeah, I was doing a little bit of node crafting earlier. And I accidentally managed to create myself a hungry node. This bugger here. It's a bright node, but it's a hungry node. With 120 per detail in it. So yeah, we're gonna redo that one. That's not really useful for what I need it for. No. Okay, let's see here. We have the steadfast. We have water and rocky. So those are all common. Ebony, white, cultivated. Water goes there. Valiant. Put the rocky here. What we need to have. You with the rocky. We need to have some sample drones as well, so we have them together. Looks like we might have a crash. Yeah, looks like a crash. While we wait for it to crash, let me just check some things. See, what does this say? Sterling records best fortnight in 8 years after Trump boost. Sterling hit a 5-week high against the dollar on Friday and recorded its best fortnight on a trade weight basis in almost 8 years, with investors' focus having turned. Yeah, that was fun to see. The dollar went down so hard it gave us a huge boost, the Brit says. But yeah, enough of that. We are trying to forget about all that bloody stuff. And actually, I have some interesting news, which you might have seen if you have watched my Twitter earlier today. And that is that I now have a date with the hospital to talk with the surgeons about my gender reassignment surgery. As I've said a number of times, I'm still undecided on the issue. And the reason that I'm undecided is that I would still like to talk with a specialist about it. and try to find out more before I give my final answer. But now I have a date. And the funny thing is that said date happens on precisely the same day as I got the call about that I was going to start hormone treatment. The date my fate was decided, as I call it, which is very much was, because like when I changed my psychologist and he pushed the thing along, afterwards things lightened up. But before that happened, I was very far down, and I wouldn't have been able to go on for multiple more months, I don't think so, because at that point I was contemplating some darker things. It was just a matter of how. But yeah, now we have a date with that. It's still not going to be the final thing, because where I am now, I am a little over 6 months into my treatment, and it needs to be a year before you can actually get the referral for the actual surgery. So it's not going to be... bloody hell, it crashed. So it's not going to be a year at this time, because it's going to be the 20th of January. So yeah, it's basically just talking about it for now, and then once we actually get to the point, we will discuss it further at that moment. Honestly, I don't even know if it's done in Denmark. I kinda think that it might be smarter to go abroad. The only problem is where. I am still leaning towards a yes though, but not going to make a decision before I know more. So yeah, it's been a weird year, and then it's been a weird week. Like this year, more famous and loved people than ever before has died in the same year. Like one died this week, but it will still remain the best year of my life, because it's the year that I actually started my treatment, that I actually started moving. Like the thing with this week, we had the world news, which brought me very far down, and then also all of a sudden we have this referral coming in. So yeah, crazy year, that's putting it mildly. I just hope that we're currently having a nightmare. finally, almost out of bubbly. But then again, we probably won't be streaming for too much longer, but I still want to do a few things. Nothing too major, but a couple. Just wait for everything to load in. Was Rockies. Still loading some bits. Let's see. Not sure where I actually want to put the apiaries, but I'll figure that out. Let's see here, you. Holy crap, you're almost completely full. Oh, no. There we go. That's 10,000 cultivated drones. Thank you. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this over here. Let's take... Break, please. Thank you. Take you out. No, that was wrong. That was the drones. Black tinted, cultivated. Turns on. Valiants produce cocoa combs, we don't need to worry about those. And this should be empty, yep. The cultivated we should upgrade. Which is why we have the invine ingots. Alright, so now that we have that done, I think we shall make another node. And I think we will do the Terra node this time. Still need to clean this mess up though. Yep, 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. All right, let's get this on our bar. We need our Salus Mundus. And I think I want to make a little bit more because we're running a little low, just in case things blow up. Put these here, and then we'll start cooking the rest. Yeah, it's completely dumb to have it, but I kinda like it. The reason it's dumb to have it is because every time I run up here, I'm gonna stick my head into it, and it's gonna give me flux flu. So, and I mean, I run over this all the time because of accidental hitting it. So, it's not the best idea, but whatever. Okay, let's see what we can do. Ah! Okay, there goes the first one. There goes the second one. Goes well. Barely gotten anywhere and we've lost 2. goes our candles. But yeah, it does give it a very cool look. It's very lively. Just going to clean a little bit in the meantime. Here's another one. Okay, just put it there then. It's destroyed so many. Almost halfway through now. Both of them at the same time. Stop it. Almost there. There's another one. could do what Gold has been doing. He's basically made like a huge floor underneath of just skulls, but yeah. This seems a little not cheaty, but like unintentional. But I mean, we are doing some of the worst reactions here, so that's why it's going to be interesting and expensive. Okay, less than a quarter left. Oh, there goes another one. Give that back. Mine. Holy crap. I think he stole my candle. Something blew up. Will you stop that? Ow. Almost there. But holy crap, this reaction has gone nuts. I think this one is worse than the last one we tried. That's the last jar. I think that might just dip into the next one. Left. And the other one. And we got a normal node. Very nice. We got 2 pale, 1 normal and 1 hungry. The hungry is going to be an ass. Okay, let's see here. Let's clean up after ourselves. Okay, last puddle. Da-da-da. Now we just have the gases to deal with. I think that was everything, so let's rebuild. There we go. Everything is back in place, ready for next time. So we have 2 more to do and 1 to redo, but that requires that we restart basically the whole thing. So we're not going to do that tonight, neither are we going to do the other 2. But I would like to do some more work on the tower, nothing too major. But let's see here. We'll put you there. Doesn't really matter. These doesn't really. These needs to go anyway, so let's just pick them up. A white one. There we go. All right. So now we need to fill this with something. You need to go. You need to go too. You too. You and you. Also you and probably you too. Actually, I'm not sure about you. This one here, however, does need to go. This one here needs to go there. These definitely need to go there. my thing in there. Okay, let's see here. This one here, I don't want like that. I want that to go out here. That there. I think this one here will also remove. Other one there I think we'll keep. Whoops. I think this is the last we're going to do tonight. This one here. Do we want to move that out as well? Kinda tempted to. I think so. So we'll do... Oh, that's the wrong way. Bring some slope. Maybe. I think I'd rather do a full block there. Also here. But that does mean that first of all you come over here, doggy. Sit, sit. Does mean we need to move these. We got cantaloupe and a pumpkin. Okay. Da 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 dee da dee da. Because then we'll have flowers growing just in regular dirt here, and we'll have flower pots up there. And I think that will look nice. Alright, the time has come. We finally managed to fill our ceiling with flux gases. We've done a lot of progress in regards to nodes. We haven't been very lucky in regards to avoiding the pail. But at least we've only gotten one hungry, and these should still work. So, all in all, I think it's been a successful evening. So, let's pop into our chair here. Say thank you very much for watching tonight's stream. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. And I hope to see you again next week. Also hope that it has helped you forget a little bit. For now, until next week, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye bye everybody, and have a lovely weekend. Bye!